What's up, YouTube? This is Duopest Astro coming at you with a brand new video for the week of September 4th, 2025 through September 11th of 2025. Well, today's the 4th and the sun is 22 degrees Virgo. Mercury is sitting 17 degrees Virgo, which is in the first house of the sun. So the first house represents self. So right now, this Mercury transit through the sign of Virgo has a focus on self. And Virgo is a analytical sign known to be a perfectionist. So it brings profound changes in your work life and in your personal life. Mercury and Virgo, especially being in the first house of self. So you probably are going through profound changes and transformations, positive ones. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So everything going on is going to have a positive shift in your life, even if some days might be difficult or some points in your day might be difficult, but you're going to find that you have help through it. Mars is 15 degrees Scorpio. So Mars is in the third house from the sun right now. So you have the third house is the house of socializing. So Scorpio, in my world, the Scorpios I know are very social people. So they're in my life right now, the Scorpios I know are being quite loud, quite active socially, and they're going about making changes in their own lives and the lives of others. Mars and Scorpio people tend to be quiet. They tend to make changes in a reserved fashion. So that's probably what's going on right now in your life. Reserved changes in a reserved fashion. The moon is currently in Taurus, which is in the ninth house. Ninth or 10th house. So it's ruled by Neptune, Uranus right now in the sign of Taurus. So we also have a lot of astrologers are saying that Saturn is currently in Pisces, but according to my calculations, Saturn is currently in Taurus. So you have Saturn and the moon in the same sign in the ninth or 10th house. So this is probably going to be a difficult time for Taurus. They're probably going to have to face some ideals from others that they don't quite agree with. But Taurus, even though they're a fixed sign, they're one of the more signs that's able to transition, that's open-minded. So they're probably going through changes that they might not like too sure, but they come at it with an open mind, and they look at all the possibilities, what inputs take for these radical changes that are happening, and the outputs that may come of it. And if the output is positive, then they're most likely to agree with what's going on in the collective. So Venus is currently 10 degrees Virgo. So let's see. Venus is in the first house from the sun of self. So like I said, it's pretty much the same as Mercury is going on right now. Venus is the planet of love, but also the planet of action. So right now, with the sun and Mercury and Venus, all three signs being in Virgo in conjunction, you have this Virgo energy that's being quite positively aspected towards each other. So midheaven is currently 21 degrees Gemini. um this is going to be in the 11th house.
Okay, ladies, so listen up. This is about you. Now, with your clothes, please do not leave them in the clothes washing machine all day. If you know you're going to be busy, don't start it until you get back because it's unfair that there's other women in here that need to get their clothes done. Only get to do it once a week. So please keep it moving. If you know you're not going to be here or you're going to be busy, don't even start until you come back. Thank you.
That was my house, my home director. Anyways, she had an announcement. Mercury, no, sorry, midheaven 21 degrees Gemini in the 11th house. That's ruled by Saturn. So today or during this Mercury and Gemini, midheaven Gemini transit being in the 11th house, you probably have Saturn is the planet of hard work, expectations, slow moving, slow and steady wins the race. And Gemini is a sign ruled by Mercury that is a social sign. So you have the planet of tenacity going through the sign of socialness and mercurial movements, and um that indicates that there's going to be a tendency to as far as like your social or your emotional life goes, you're going to tend to have to look at yourself and see, take a checklist and see, where am I being too emotional, where are my emotions leading me instead of rationality and changes. So it's not going to be hard with the Virgo energy. This is going to be quite easy for most people, and you're going to find that you're going to be able to have somebody to talk to or to check in with, as far as if you might be being too emotional or letting your emotions rule over your rationality. um Uranus is 5 degrees Cancer right now.
Jessica and then you have mom's house. Just give me.
Uranus is 5 degrees Cancer right now. And Uranus, this was a whole thing on astrology YouTube's when Uranus was moving through Gemini, and they say it's going to be there for 7 years, but that's not the truth. The truth is Uranus is now in Cancer, and it's going to be here for the next 2 months. Now, Uranus in Cancer being in the 11th and 12th house, 10th through 11th house, moving through the big planets, you're going to have a benefic time if you are Cancer or Cancer rising. Saturn is 5 degrees Taurus. Jupiter is 7 degrees Leo right now, which is a joyous time. Any time that the planets are moving through the constellation of Leo, that's going to bring joy to that, to how that planet aspects your chart. So Jupiter in Leo tends to bring a happy-go-lucky energy to a person's birth chart. Pluto is 4 degrees Aquarius and it's retrograding. So let's see, Pluto being in the 6th house from the sun, ruled by Venus. Your Venus is the planet of love and of fertility and everything. So I would say that right now, if you know anybody or are planning to have a baby during this time, it's probably going to be a handsome or beautiful baby, because the Pluto in Aquarius is in the 6th house from the sun. So that's all I wanted to talk about, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.